So I kind of finished Breath of the Wild 100%. Kinda, not really, but almost. Which is good enough for me, I'll be honest. I can't be asked. Hi, hope you're doing well today. It's a day. It's definitely a day. Today we're gonna talk about Tears of the Kingdom, because I'm excited for it, and you should be too if you played Breath of the Wild. Unless you didn't like Breath of the Wild, but then, I don't know, like, I guess valid, but I just don't understand. I kinda finished Breath of the Wild. I got all the shrines, all the divine beasts, the DLC, and almost every single Korok. Admittedly, I did not find them myself, because in that case, I would only have 100. I used the guide, I'm not ashamed of it, because without a guide, I would just not be doing it. I wanted a guide, a checklist, it was great. But even with a guide, I somehow missed 2 Koroks, which I knew would happen, but I'm still upset about it. No, I will get over it. But yeah, I have 898 Koroks. At least the number is kind of symmetrical, at least there's that. I would rather have 2 Koroks missing than just 1. And the other thing I haven't done is the trial of the sword, because I know it's hard and I don't like the grinding and practicing, so I'll just leave it. I'll leave it for the day before Tears of the Kingdom comes out. That's how I finished Legends Arceus, the day before Scarlet and Violet came out. So I'll probably do the same with with Breath of the Wild, you know, the 11th of May, I'll be trialing my sword. I got the first one and then the second one. I got to the level with the Guardian on it and I'm just like, I don't know what to do. Like, avoid, obviously. Avoid laser. But I'm not good at that, you know? When I see a Guardian in the wild, I run away. The music's a botw. I do love the Guardian music. I need to listen to the whole soundtrack. Because when you just play the game and run around, you don't really realize that there's music, but there's actually music there. It's just really subtle and quiet, and it enhances the mood. And that makes a soundtrack great. Video game soundtracks are the best songs in the world. I have 220 hours in Breath of the Wild. The only other game where I have over 200 hours is Pokemon Omega Ruby. So that's great. Top 5 games of all time. But yeah, that's it about Breath of the Wild. I'm done. Now we're gonna talk about Tears of the Kingdom and what I kind of want to see with it. When I usually pre-order games, I go physically there and I'm like, hi, I want to pre-order, and I will pick it up. So I will have it the day it comes out. Because my local store, they never disappoint. Even when I pre-order through mail and they have to ship it to me, it's there on the day, 9 a.m. in my house. Because apparently they get the games a day early, which makes sense because they're a store. But yeah, my thoughts and hopes, I wouldn't necessarily say expectations, I'm just gonna say like a wish list, wishful thinking, hopes. I really hoped that in Tears of the Kingdom the weapons wouldn't break. I think everyone hates that, I can confidently say, but unfortunately they do. However, in the new trailer, gameplay trailer, they showed us the fusion mechanics, so like if your weapon is close to breaking, you can kind of fuse it with a rock and it's strong again and possibly fixed, kind of like modifying a tool in Animal Crossing, you know, the usage resets. So maybe it's kind of like that, I'm guessing, which I'm kind of fine with that. You know, maybe I'll just get a sword, fuse it with another sword, or have a double sword, double-edged lightsaber. Yeah, the whole fusing mechanics and the ability with the hand, the woo! I'm building stuff, I'm crafting. I did not expect that, it kind of surprised me. And I was a bit nervous at the beginning because usually in crafting games like Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley, I do everything but craft. So I was a bit, you know, nervous about that, like will I actually use the mechanic? And then I kept thinking, and maybe I actually will, because in other crafting games you need the materials and you need to be at the crafting station, and I just don't like that, because I'm like, oh, now I have to open my inventory, get the wood out, get the rocks. Now I have to close the inventory, go to my crafting station, smash A so it goes faster, because Animal Crossing is slow as fuck. But you know, in Tears of the Kingdom, you just like, you're there. Oh, a rock and a tree. Let's craft them together. It's kind of more, what's the word? Oh, I forgot the word. Spontaneous. It's a bit more spontaneous, and I like being spontaneous. I feel like it will be almost kind of necessary in some areas. I feel like the crafting mechanic, the fusing mechanic would be used in like shrines, if there are shrines. In the gameplay trailer, they didn't show anything. Like, they didn't show any shrines or any towers or divine beasts, so we don't know what is going to happen. They just showed the new superpowers. So yeah, we don't know if there will be shrines or if they will return to like big ass Zelda dungeons that old Zelda games have. I prefer the shrines, honestly. I played Ocarina of Time a little bit in comparison. I prefer the shrines only because they're short. I don't like long dungeons, like especially if I save and then reload and I'm outside of the dungeon, I have to go through again. I didn't like that. You know, I play games for like 5 minutes at a time, unless I really get into it. If I'm not in the mood, I get bored quite easily. So like, I need them to be short. You know, I can just do a shrine and close the game. I don't want to be there for an hour. So I'm kind of hoping for shrines again. Which, considering it's a sequel to Breath of the Wild, there will be shrines? I don't know. Some people also said they were repetitive in Breath of the Wild, but I like them. Even though I had to use my magnesis in like 50 shrines or whatever, it was still used kind of differently. You still had to figure out what you have to magnesis and where to put it. So I didn't actually find it repetitive. Also because in between each shrines I've done a bunch of shit, so I forgot about the previous shrine anyway. My memory is not the best, you know, so I don't often find things repetitive unless they happen like one after another, like Korok seeds. But yeah, back to Tears of the Kingdom. Sorry, we talked about the hand fusing mechanic. The next one is time travel, where you basically, something falls off the sky, out of the sky, you know, like a rock. You can reverse its timeline and it will go up, and that's how you get to the Sky Islands, which I'm excited about, you know. The trees were orange and yellow instead of green, so clearly seasons, we're getting seasons. I bet there will be like a spring island with cherry blossoms and a winter island where everything is dead. So yeah, that's one of the ways to get to the Sky Islands with the time travel thingy. It's called reversal? I don't know what it's called. I'm calling it the time travel mechanic because, you know, I make up my own words for it. The champion stuff in Breath of the Wild, the champion abilities, I call them superpowers because it's more fun. But yeah, the next one in Tears of the Kingdom is Ascension, Ascend, go through ceiling mechanic. That's what it is. That sounds fun because sometimes, oh, when it rains and you can't climb the mountains in Breath of the Wild, my least favorite thing, I hate it more than the weapon breaking. So now we can just, you know, go in a cave and out of the mountain when it's raining. Best thing. I was hoping they would somehow fix the rain and climbing situation, and they kinda did. You just need to find a cave. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, did they do anything else in the gameplay trailer? Oh, another thing they showed is like you can attach stuff to arrows and they have super effects. Like you can put an eyeball. Finally, the kisses have some use, right? They were so annoying. And then you can put like mushrooms on shields and they have new superpowers. That's fun. We'll see what we can do with that. I will probably not be using that mechanic because I will forget about it. But yeah, now my own hopes and expectations. Wishful thinking. I want to play as Zelda. I just do. Like, Zelda is saved now, so she's there. They could do like a few shrines slash dungeons slash puzzles slash things, story-wise stuff where you could play as Zelda. You know, maybe Link breaks a leg and Impa's like, oh no, what will we do? Zelda, you unlocked your superpower or whatever. You can do it. And then you play as Zelda for like the next 20 minutes. I would appreciate that. I like Zelda a lot. Especially in the Breath of the Wild art style. The Breath of the Wild art style in itself is just beautiful and amazing, and I love it. If Nintendo makes another film and it's Zelda, I want it in the Breath of the Wild art style and nothing else. You hear me, Nintendo? I'm talking to you, Miyamoto. You. Yeah, I'm seeing the Mario film soon on Saturday. I'll let you know how it is. Maybe I'll do a review. Should I? I will not be watching it in English though. Next thing I want in Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, when I actually play Breath of the Wild, I have all of these complaints, and then when I want to talk about them, while the game is closed, I just can't think of them. Oh, another thing I want, I just remembered. In the cutscenes, like in the memories, in the Champion's Ballad, when they show the castle and shit, in front of the castle, there's like a whole town. I want that to be rebuilt, and I want that to be a big-ass town that I can just explore and harass the citizens, break into their houses, just like you do in old Pokemon games. You just walk in and check their trash bag. I want that. Yeah, that was my last thing. If I remember anything else, I'll put it in the comments. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. Like, subscribe, and comment down below what you want from Tears of the Kingdom. I just want it to be a good game, to be honest. I mean, it probably will be, as I said. I don't know a single bad Nintendo game, except Amiibo Festival. I haven't played it, but allegedly it fucking sucks. So yeah, Tears of the Kingdom will probably be great. I will play it. It will take me 6 years to finish, just like Breath of the Wild, but you know, it will be the best 6 years of my life. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.